Hey everyone, I'm super excited today to show you a package I just got in the mail. And if you're a gardener, a prepper, and even just a fan of water, you're going to want to watch the rest of this video. Now today I got an Aqua Easy Gravity Water Filtration System. And if you don't know what this system is based off of making sure you have cleaner water. And honestly, I fully expected a huge package to come in based off the pictures I saw online. But actually the box was nicely packaged, and all the things I could bang around inside the box were inside the large container. And inside the containers was the actual filters used with the system, and it also had the actual faucet and a couple of rubber pieces to finish putting this thing together. And if you're wondering how long this thing took to get set up before I could even use it, it honestly took about 5 minutes to get this thing fully prepped. And the hardest thing about putting this thing together was putting the rubber pieces around this faucet on both sides of the actual container. One on the front and one on the back side. And if you're still wondering how one of these things work, you just place the water in the top level of the container, and that water makes it all the way to that bottom level through those filters. And I will say that water takes about 10 minutes to get filtered all the way through to the bottom level. All right, everyone, well, here's the Aqua Easy Gravity Filtration System finally set up here in my house. Now, I know this is not my typical video, but I think this product has a lot of use to all my viewers, especially if you're in the prepping or gardening whole community. This thing can actually help you. And if you're wondering exactly what in the world I'm doing with this product, I may explain. And there's 2 reasons. The first reason is because of my kids and my family. Overall, I want my kids and my family to have a good, healthy drinking water. And the second reason is for my plants. A lot of y'all already know I'm in gardening and I water a lot of plants. But with this, what this system really does and specializes in is it gets rid of all the chlorine and unwanted chemicals inside the water. If you know anything about gardening, anyone can tell you that chlorine is detrimental to your plant's growth, especially if they are newer plants. And on top of that, I'll even explain exactly some cons to this whole system, even though this thing has way more positive things about it than cons. The Aqua Easy Filtration System gives you the exact same benefits as a Berkey filtration system for a significantly lower cost. Now, I know some of you are already turned off just because of the price point of anything. And that's why I want to tell you that you can do this exact same setup with 2 5-gallon buckets and with their water filters. You literally can take these water filters and do the exact same setup as this shown right here with 2 5-gallon buckets. And yes, they do sell the water filters separately. And if you're wondering how that works, there's a bunch of different videos on YouTube that explain how to make your own DIY Berkey filter water system. So now that you heard all the positives of why it's beneficial to me, let me tell you some of the cons and things I don't like about this system. The first problem I have with it is it's just too big. There's nowhere to put it unless you have a separate space somewhere in your house that's specifically designed for this. It doesn't fit under your cabinets, and that in itself is a problem with me. The second thing that I don't like about this is you do have to get water filters. Now, I know that doesn't mean a whole lot to a lot of you, but over time, it's just kind of inconvenient to have to go get water filters all the time online. But I guess it's the same thing as if I went to the grocery store to buy another 24-pack of water bottles, except I just gotta wait for this to show up. So here are my final thoughts on this thing. And no, none of this has been paid for, but I think you should hear it. The first thing is, this thing is way too big. However, I do have a lot of use for it. Number 1, for my family, and number 2, for my plants. Now, I do intend to run water through this thing and fill up jugs just so I have them for plants or for emergencies. If you're one of those preppers, I think you should definitely get one of these, just because simply if you're into storing water and having tons of different backups, this is a must-have.